Okay, this is a summertime view taking the chairlift down the ski resort at Lake Louise. Now, I do a lot of live virtual tours skiing here. In fact, I've skied here since I think the age of 6, maybe 5. In fact, the run up to the right is the downhill. It's the men's downhill. I guess men's and ladies from up here. It's amazing when they have that in usually late November. Come all the way down this entire mountain in under 2 minutes. Now, riding the gondola down is not that usual. I don't do it in the winter, but I do want to focus out in the distance because there, of course, is the famous lake itself. If I can just get out of the wires, maybe come in, the Victoria Glacier, but Tironone, or the lake of the little fish in the distance. Now, it's not that I have anything to do with this ski resort financially, but this is my favorite ride that you have here in the Banff area for lots of reasons. One, you have the option to put your feet up and ride a chair down. Another reason is you can stay up as long as you want, hike if you want to, and if it's bad weather, you're not obliged to go up. So a bunch of things that I think really make for this being a good journey. Over in the distance, slightly on the left, is Mount Temple. Of course, it's the highest peak in the Lake Louise area. And down below is the Lodge of the 10 Peaks. And beyond that, of course, is the village of Lake Louise itself. About 700 inhabitants, the highest permanent community in all of Canada, which is pretty cool. And we are only a few kilometers from the border with British Columbia, which is also, of course, the Continental Divide, or the separation of the waters. And so down in the valley here is the Bow River. We're only about 30 kilometers from the headwaters of the Bow. And then we can follow that all the way to the Hudson's Bay one way, or you drive up and over the valley and down into Kicking Horse Pass. And that's down into Yoho, the second oldest national park in Canada, which is already reason enough to visit. But also, the Kicking Horse flows into the mighty Columbia, and the Columbia eventually out into the Pacific Ocean. And it was once a great salmon river, and now, of course, there's so many dams on it, is much less so. So, veering down as I just curve to the right, every now and then between the trees, you'll see the valley down at the Kicking Horse Pass. Also, if you came down this same valley towards BC, but just a few kilometers, and you hang a right, you turn north onto Highway 93 North. Now, at the time I'm recording this, you can just get up to the ice fields and no further north because of the tragic fires that occurred up in our beautiful sister community up in Jasper, which is, of course, I did do a live talk about that. You can check out my live videos on this channel as well. This is part of the downhill course, and they do have snowmaking here, but the season usually starts ideally November 1st, and then it winds up, well, last year was a little earlier, very early May, but about May 9th, I think. I always have a season's pass here, just a midweek one because I'm local, and therefore I don't have to come on the more crowded weekends. But the new chair that's being built will be heated with a cover. I'm going to feel very spoiled, so that's neat. Anyway, thanks for just joining me in this little video down. Please feel free to share these videos anytime, anywhere. Oh, and I could have done another whole video on wildflowers, but we've gotten low enough now that we're late in the season. This is later August now, so fewer wildflowers here, but more higher up. And then way down, out in the distance here, you're looking out the valley to the east towards the town of Banff. So once you leave the lake, it's about an hour's drive right into the town of Banff. Pretty spectacular all around. Hey, thanks for coming for this visit.